Hey, what? I'm over to the side. Oh. Hey, let me just adjust. Is that better? I think it is. How are we all? I see the chat is busy chatting. Did you like the thumbnail? Saw some people making some comments about Carl's lovely face. I thought it made a fantastic eye-catching thumbnail. I'm sure you all agree. And you've probably guessed that, yes, we have Carl joining us this evening. He's actually in the what? I'm just reading comments while talking. Hang on a second. He's in the green room. What was that comment? Something about a deep sleep. Deep sleep videos is in the chat. That's what I'm seeing. Smelly cider, that's what Gaz is drinking. Now my earpod keeps disconnecting and reconnecting, which is very annoying. So we just do that and do this so I can hear Carl when he comes on. Perfect. So, yeah, tonight I'm going to be talking to Carl about Affiliate Gathering, which is obviously the big event coming up next year. Myself, I'm going to be there, as well as some other really good affiliate marketeers like Carl and like Morton from Passive Income Geek. Ricky from Income School is going to be there as well. John Dykstra, he pulls in loads of money a month. He's like a six-figure blogger type person. So, yeah, we're going to be talking about that, about the planning, about why on earth you would put on such a big event when you could just be at home making affiliate sites. Oh, Amelia's here. That's good timing, Amelia. So, yeah, that's what we're going to be talking about. Before we do that, let's do a few hellos. Do they have McDonald's McRibs in England? That was a thing once upon a time. I don't think we have it now. Do we? Anyone had a McRib recently? Some people saying a little bit blurry. Not quite sure why. Let me just see what's going on. Hey, Kerry. Try and adjust your quality, maybe. Anyone else getting those kind of problems? 1080p by Bradbury, good. CBA Marketeer says it looks good. Anyway, let's do some hellos. Who we got? We've got a Nomad Overseas. We've got Adrian in. We've got Bill. Good to see you, Bill. Sean is definitely going to the affiliate gathering. He is going to be on the panel. So you can ask him some questions. Who else we got? We got Graham. Helen, of course, is here to keep an eye on you and moderate and just generally be helpful. Josh is here as well. Mark is here. Phil. Simplified Gardening. Have you seen our chat that we had a couple of weeks ago? You should definitely watch that if you haven't done so already. It was a great little stream. Just adjust your YouTube quality, you'll be fine. And who else? We've got UK Beauty Room. Bradbury's here. Christian. Deep Sleep Videos, I've already said. Amelia, of course, is here. Go check out Amelia's channel if you haven't done so already. Gary's here. Koo is here. Jeremy is not here. I don't know why I said that. John's here. Joanne's here. Jay's here. Hello to you all. Keith, Minted Empire's here. Koo, did I say hello to you? Koo, hello to you. What you gonna do? No rapping. Phil, MMK Ventures. Hello. Phil Taylor, Magician. Richard Phillips. Robin's here. Samantha. There's too many to say hello to. Steve is here. Of course, Sue's here, my helper. She's been putting some shorts together for me. Can't talk. Some shorts together, so they'll be uploaded soon. I know you love shorts. And veganpantry.com. But on that note, I think it's time to bring in our special guest. The man, the legend. Did you see him on Amelia's stream? He was dressed as an extremely scary corn. Like sweet corn. Corn on the cob. So you should definitely go check that out. Not those kind of shorts, Justin. You know what I'm talking about. Let's see if I can bring him in. I haven't tested the audio or anything with him because he's only just joined. So here we go. Let's see if we can add him to the left. Hey, Carl.
Good evening.
I can't hear you.
Can you not hear me?
No, that might just be me. Hang on.
Hopefully.
Does anyone else hear Carl?
Can anybody hear me? Seems okay here. Wait a minute. Can you hear me?
I can, yes.
Can
There you are. Loud and clear.
Good, good. How are you?
I'm good. Everyone says you're lagging and you seem okay to me. Let me just have a look. Yeah, how are you? Have you got tea?
I'm very well, of course.
Good. Let me get my tea now. I don't know why I've got it over there. It's here. Cheers.
I feel slightly underdressed after Amelia's. I feel a bit naked here. I need a mask or something.
There's an audio lag on you. I don't know. Oh, it's better now. It's better now. Let's just worry about it. I don't know what that is. I updated Ecamm, which was probably a silly thing to do before going on stream. But hey, just imagine that you're watching Squid Game with the dubbing on. It'd be fine.
Yeah, I was just talking to my son about that. I was saying whether he likes it or not. Apparently because it was filmed for Korean audience, and then they rushed it out to the US audience, so they dubbed it over. So that's apparently why there's that lag in the voices.
Yeah, it's dubbed. Definitely dubbed. We started watching it last night or some night, the other night, the first episode, and we were kind of switching between either subtitles or the dubbing. I didn't know which one was the most uncomfortable to watch, really. But there we go.
I think it added to it. I think I like it.
Yeah. Let me just move myself over there. There we go. Right. So, a couple of things we want to talk about. The first thing I actually wanted to talk about was, is Phil in the chat? I don't know. Phil, are you there? Oh no, he's there. Phil released an updated version of Popcorn Theme just the other day. And have you tried it out yet, Carl?
I've updated it, yeah. I've not used all the features on it yet, but I've switched over the theme to the new one, yeah. So there are a few things on there that I like. I've now got the category boxes across the top, which is pretty good. Organises the front homepage a little bit better. And the meta description. There was quite a few things in there that I asked Phil to do, which he's kindly obliged. Like the length of the meta description and things like that, the excerpt, and a few things. So yeah, I'm busy doing it. I've changed it on pretty much all my sites at the moment. My son's just changing it on his as well.
Good.
You may know I purchased him a very expensive domain.
Yeah, so how's that going?
Building that out. It's ranking instantly. I mean, he's had it up about less than a week, and he published 2 articles on there, and they're both indexed and ranking. So
wow.
I think they're only on page 2 or 3, but they're there instantly. So which is pretty good. It's a good sign.
There we go. I should say that Carl is sponsored by ODYS, the best place to get a premium aged domain. Is that right, Carl?
Pretty much spot on, yeah.
You can send me the kickback later. You're getting well into the aged domains at the moment, aren't you? That seems to be the way forward if you want to get a site up and running and ranking as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I do get impatient with stuff. Waiting 7 or 8 months. When 4 years ago when I first started, he was waiting 3 or 4 months, and then he started to get some traction. It was all right. That's fine, is that? But now it seems to be taking longer and longer, and I just get a bit impatient. And because I'm lucky enough to build up a team that can pump out quite a bit of content, I don't want to be putting like $10,000 into content and not seeing anything for 8 or 9 months. That's
Got to wait
a
a
lot of
year
money
for your
to invest.
return. That's a long wait, isn't it?
It is, yeah. So, if you're doing it yourself and you're adding 1 or 2 a week, then 7 or 8 months is fine. By the time you get round to 7 or 8 months, you've got 30, 40 articles on there, you're doing fine. But if you're at the position where you can outsource or pump a lot of content on there, then yeah, I just want to see a bit more traction quicker. So, and it seems to be doing that. So,
Yeah, I mean,
the
it's
other
still a
thing
learning
is,
experience for you, isn't it? Because you've not really done this before.
exactly. I've never done it before. I wanted to see, is it different? Will it rank quicker? Will it be more profitable? I don't know. That's why I wanted to test it. And, touch wood, fingers crossed, it seems okay. Yeah, so I'm enjoying it at the minute.
Good. There's a couple of people asking, like Joanne and Koo, about an update video on Popcorn Theme. Now, I recorded it today. I'm going to finish the edit tomorrow and hopefully upload tomorrow. I need to remember to add the bit where you have to clear your Ezoic cache or whatever caching thing you've done, which is I always forget. But other than that, yeah, I've done it. I've been playing around with the new features. I'm now torn. If you go over to bestcornpopper.com, which is of course the demo site, the new Popcorn Theme has some options with regards to the header, whether you want a kind of inline header or the kind of stacked header, the old style. I've switched it over to the inline and I think I prefer it. You'll have to let me know what you think. So that's when you get the logo on the left hand side. But yeah, the video should be up tomorrow. The website for Age Domains is OBYS, I believe.
ODYS.
Oh, ODYS, which is why they pay Carl sponsorship and not me, because I can't even get the name right. ODYS.
Yeah, I think it stands for Our Domain, Your SEO. That's what it stands for.
Of course it does.
It's a bit crazy.
Yeah, how did they come up with that one? Why can't they just call it agedomains.com or something?
Yeah, exactly. I'll ask him.
Keith is singing Phil's praises, put such technical graft into creating a powerful theme, which is a low footprint. He has it indeed. I know he's been working very hard on this new update. Good news is that in this update, we are now switching to automatic updates. I think Phil's set up a server or something, whatever's needed. So the next time you need to update, it's going to be a lot easier. Bill's laughing at your definition of an expensive domain. Yeah, Carl drops a couple of grand on a domain. That's an expensive domain, but I know what you're talking about, where people are spending 6 to 7 figures on domains.
Yeah, I watched one recently. Can't remember. His big YouTuber, like 250,000 subscribers. Yeah, and he said he dropped 20 grand on one or 30 grand on one, and he actually revealed the domain. And when I saw it, I was like, "What?" I just couldn't see the reason why, but it was for a service or a tool, and it fitted his brand. But yeah, that seemed a lot.
Yeah, that does seem a lot, but hey, who knows? Right, so obviously the main event that we want to talk about is, of course, the main event, which is Affiliate Gathering, which is in May next year.
Yep.
In York, here in the UK. Lovely part of the world. You'll find a link, by the way, to everything you need to know in the description, including my affiliate link if you want to book tickets, and also a general link just to find out information. So tell us, how's it going? I mean, you know me, I'm particularly lazy on most aspects of work, but I can't imagine the stress, the turmoil, the planning, and the dedication and hard work that's required in setting up such an event. So how's it going?
It's going very well. You're right on all those accounts.
Yeah.
Luckily, it's not just me doing it. So there is a management team behind it. So, which is the reason why the event happened. Really, I was talking to the lady who runs conferences and management events and stuff like that. Her husband and she is an affiliate marketer, and they have a portfolio of websites. And me and her husband were chatting, and she said every time you two get together, you just talk for hours of non-stop. Websites. And I said, because we don't get to meet people in the same industry every day to talk to. You can talk to your family,
unusual, isn't it?
friends.
Very unusual.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So when you do bump into somebody who knows what you're talking about, it's great to have a chat. And that's where it started. I said, and she said, if you two talk so much, maybe other people would like to do so. So why don't you get a few of you together? And I was like, yeah, that's a great idea. And I know yourself and a few others have been saying we should meet up. We should have a bit of a meet up sometime.
Yeah, I was expecting it's like the back room of a pub or something.
Pretty much I was, yeah, and it kind of grew from there. Everybody else was like, yeah, I'll come. Oh, okay. And before I knew it was like 50 people was like, yeah, I'll come. I was like, okay, this is getting a little bit bigger. So then the lady in question said, it is what I do for a job. I was like, well, she was like, I help run conferences and manage events. Why don't we put something on? I was like,
Oh,
yeah, go
okay.
for it. And she was like, okay, you kind of be the face of it, promote it, publicize it, and I'll do all the backroom stuff, which is pretty much 99% of the hard work.
Yeah, the
So,
planning and logistics and getting everyone to show up on the right time and the right day. And
yeah, I mean, there's also kind of the legal side of it as well. Things like, when we do sign a sponsor, until it's all signed and sealed, and certain things you can't say, and then you've got to announce it at certain times. So there is a lot of planning like that. So I've got, you've got to make sure all that all the legal side is all ticked off, and, you use the right logos and you say the right names and things like that.
yeah,
So.
a lot of legal stuff. So I mentioned a few of the speakers and the guest panelists. I mean, I've got to think about what on earth I'm going to talk about for a little. How long do I have to speak for, by the way?
About 15, 20 minutes.
Oh,
Don't worry, I've got a bit of a plan for everybody. So I'm trying to get it so that there's something for everybody. So there'll be certain people who want to talk, and it might be their own experience, it might be a little bit inspirational. Then there'll be people there that I've asked to do actual technical presentations, so people will learn something. So
yeah,
if you want to learn how to do a certain task, or then take your notepad, and there'll be definitely things you can learn. We've also got other little things happening throughout the day as well, so there'll be lots to learn. But if you just want to meet people and listen to their story and get some inspiration, it's perfect for that as well. So there'll be a bit for everybody. So don't worry about what you
perfect.
got to do. I've got a bit of a guideline for everybody. I want kind of, I know, like, if I spoke to you, I know kind of there's lots of things I would love to talk to you about. Same with Amelia, same with Leon, same with Sean. I'd love to pick their brains for half an hour. And that's what the idea was. It was basically, let's just get 20 or 30 of us and pick each other's brains. So I know kind of what I would like to hear from them. And I think the audience will probably want the same. So I do have a rough kind of guide of what I want everybody to talk about. So there'll be something for everyone.
Good. And of course, I mean, the key part of any of these kind of events is not really the speakers and the exhibitors. They're obviously they are very important. It's just meeting people, as you say. And I think with the last few years that we've had, where we didn't think we'd ever be able to leave our house and meet anyone ever again, I think it's become more important than ever that, getting face to face with someone, maybe not too close, but at least in the same room, but able to meet people and talk to people, not necessarily YouTubers or people, but just other people that are doing similar stuff, that have maybe just about to quit their job. Maybe they've been working on some sites and just sharing stories and making connections. Because in all my years of working for myself, which is nearly 20 odd years now, the most important thing that I've learned is that it's your network and who you meet and the connections that you make. They're the most important thing, not necessarily what you know. And this is the old cliche, it's who you know. And these kind of events are great for that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I watched a video from one of the bigger SEO ones. I think it's like the Matt Diggity Shanghai SEO conference. And I watched a video on that recently, and literally everybody they talked to and interviewed afterwards said the same thing. It wasn't so much what they got from the presentations, it was the conversations in the corridors that
Yeah.
really like sparked oh, right, okay, so you do that? Are you not doing that? No, I'm not doing that. All right, okay. It was them conversations that you go away and go, oh, do you know what? I'm going to try that when I get home. And literally everybody they spoke to said the same thing. They enjoyed the speeches and the presentations, but they just they just really enjoyed meeting people and kind of picking the brains. And I mean, I'd love to talk to like John Dykstra and say, how have you grown a business to, his portfolio is worth 4 million and it's 100,000 a month. How do you get to that point? How do you manage your team? What is the process behind a company or business that big? I want to ask them questions.
Yeah. And where did it all start, and how does it, become that big, and all the rest of it? Yeah, there's so much you could talk. And of course, there will be other kind of fringe things going on around the event. In the evenings and stuff, there'll be probably alcohol and chatting and get-togethers and that kind of thing. So yeah, there'll be plenty of time to mingle and meet and talk to people, and it's going to be great fun as well, of course. And at the end of the day, sometimes you only need to get that one like nugget, that one light bulb moment can completely change the way your business is going for the better,
Yeah, I mean,
hopefully.
just the support, just I mean, blogging is it's a fantastic business, but can be really, really lonely if you're just doing it on your own, in a bedroom or kitchen, like I've done mine. It can get, you can go days and days without talking to anybody, and then if you see anything negative, like a little dip in your traffic, it's just think you're on your own and there's
Can
nobody
send
else
you
out
off,
there.
can tilt you, and you like
Oh,
send you in a
it,
downward spiral of depression.
yeah.
Certainly can. That's why you should never check analytics every day. I found it's too much of a roller coaster.
Yeah, and it's great, like I say, having a few connections. So if you can meet some connections at the event and then just ping them a message, you just say, "Are you having any trouble and stuff?" "Yeah, I'm having it as well." "Ah, okay. I don't need to panic then. It's something going on. It's not just me." And that's
Yeah,
where you get
that's
them.
reassuring.
It is. It's reassurance. Yeah, yeah.
Right, I want to take some questions from our wonderful audience, like Nick, who says, "Carl, will there be a program so we can pick which talks to go to?"
Yeah, absolutely. There's monitors all around the venue, and we'll have a continuous scroll that says who's coming up at what time. And yeah, you'll be able to decide whether you want to watch a certain person or, like I said, there's other little events going on. So you'll be able to go to little kind of mini workshops and things like that. So we haven't announced those yet, and it's not on the website yet because we're just working out the planning who could do what. But yeah, there's other little events happening at the same time. So you might want to go to a little mini workshop, or you might want to watch somebody speak, or you might want to go get some lunch and a beer from the bar.
Yeah, lunch and beer sounds good. Like the mug there, by the way, like nice. Samantha says she's obsessed with analytics. Should stop. Yeah, you should. Although I still do it. Checking it, logging into your affiliate dashboards and checking your analytics, Google Webmaster Console. There's too many things that you can spend all day literally just checking graphs and trackers. That's why I think all affiliate programs should send you an email when you get a sale. There's nothing nicer than checking your inbox and seeing the little ping, you've got a sale. Amazon don't do that. Helen says, "Come on, guys, let's have some more thumbs up." Indeed, we do need more thumbs up, because if we get to 88 likes this evening, we're on 40 at the moment, then there will be a giveaway. And Carl, you have got something for me to give away, haven't you? What have you got?
Yeah, we've got a couple of tickets to do the live stream, so a couple of online tickets to give away. So I'm happy for you to do those in your usual raffle manner.
Good. Couple of online tickets. And no, I haven't cleared this with Carl, so I'm just going to say it anyway. But I'm sure if you win an online ticket and you're desperate to come in person, I'm sure if you talk to myself and Carl, we'll be able to do you something and a very reasonable fee, upgrade you to a real ticket if you want to.
Yeah, somebody wants to come in person and they win the ticket and they can attend, then just reach out to you or me and we'll see.
And we'll sort something out. We'll sort something out.
Yeah. Again, there's logistics with that, with the sponsors and stuff like that, and amount of free tickets we're allowed to give away and stuff. So yeah, just got to be careful.
It's all the legal. We'll have to run it through legal, and then we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, get my legal team.
Right. Anthony asks, will there be one in the States?
Well, funny you should say that. Yeah, I mean, it's not every year. We're hoping that it's going to be a yearly event. It's not necessarily going to be in the UK every year. It could be anywhere. In fact, I've already spoken to somebody about Dubai. So a company out
I guess
out
you have
there.
to see how much Carl makes off this first one, or indeed if it works and everything else in it. Yeah, or loses.
It'll either be in Dubai or Bognor.
Yeah, depending on how well this one goes. Sue says, "OMG, you mean I'll have to choose between people?" So I guess Sue's worried that there might be two fantastic speakers. You've got, Ricky from Income School on one stage. You've got John Dykstra on the other. How on earth do you choose?
Well, there won't be two presentations going on at the same time, but there may be like a little mini workshop where you could attend. But again, I'm probably not supposed to say that yet.
Yeah, okay, we can't say too much, but hopefully, Sue, you won't have to choose between your favourite people.
And the fringe events that you was talking about earlier, that is speakers that are coming to the event that have their own communities. So, Morton has his own course and his community. Income School obviously do. So a lot of these people are traveling in from the US and far away. So it's a great chance for them to meet up with their community. So they are going to do these fringe events. I think they're mainly going to be before the event, so maybe the day before.
Yeah.
I don't know any yet that's after, so like on the day after. So I think a lot of them are doing it actually the day before to meet their audience, and it's a great chance for them to come. If you're flying from America, you're not going to run into a conference, talk for 20 minutes, and go home. So they've got a great opportunity to meet their own audience. So those fringe events are being helped and organised by us. We're trying to arrange it for them and help them plan them, but they're not held or by us. They're just going to be, it's going to be their groups and a chance to meet their audience.
Yeah, there will be a WP Eagle one, of course. Canva logo tutorial workshop. That's maybe what we need to do. Yeah, I know you love my logos, Graham. Gaz says, "Did you get my question for Carl earlier, mate?" I missed that one. Gaz, say it again. Sorry, and I haven't even been drinking smelly cider. Keith says that globally there won't be a single post published on the internet on May 12th because everyone will be so busy at affiliate gathering. Indeed.
The internet will have a break.
Electronic Earnings says, I have GA4 and UA, which are two different types of analytics, but the results, they give a completely different... Yeah, I like the old one. I don't know why that is. Although I think they use different tracking things, don't they? Different scripts. Online stream of the event. Yes, indeed. You can just have an online ticket for the event. Is that not right? And I don't know. I guess you've got some tech things happening where you can stream what's going on.
We've got some very expensive tech going on, yeah. Multiple cameras all around the event. So you'll see everything from like the doors opening, people arriving, interviews in the corridors. You'll actually obviously see the main presenters. And then if you buy the tickets in person or online, you will also get a downloadable copy after the event. And that we're hoping, I'm not sure yet, but I'm hoping that will also include any workshops and stuff we do. So that'll be like an edited version. But if you've got an online ticket, you will see pretty much everything, particularly the Q&A. We're going to have an app or a group where you can go into and submit your questions for the question and answer panel. And if you're online, you can submit that. So you are interacting as well. So it won't just be purely watching. You will get to ask questions and things.
Perfect. Are you booking out a stadium for WP Eagles talk? Haha, you're funny. So we've got a small room for that one. What if we've already bought a ticket and we win? Do we get a mug instead? Of course, Electronic Earnings, we can sort you out a mug or even a T-shirt. I'm wearing the rather fetching gold embroidered this evening. Bogner says, Bill, well, maybe Bogner next time. Dewsbury is good. Keith says he definitely doesn't want to be choosing between stuff on the day. That would be too hard. Moderator, there's like a spammer in the chat. Did you see that one? Moderators? I think so. They've gone. Sue, yeah, you sorted that. Thank you. But of course, if you want to go check out webcam HD XYZ, hey, I'm waiting for you on 18 plus stream. And then there's some rather scary emojis. Go check them. Don't give them your credit card. That's my advice. Yeah, Helen has put a link there for the gathering. Now, of course, we're happy to answer any other questions you may have about anything. Really, doesn't always have to be about affiliate gathering.
Yeah.
But there was a couple of other questions in terms of accommodation and staying over. I think you have some recommended hotels and stuff. Do you?
Yeah, on the website there are a few. If you do want to stay in the actual event, then bring your credit card because the actual hotel that it's in is, I think it's 5-star. It's absolutely a beautiful place. We can use the whole facilities, all the bar areas and foyers and stuff. It's a beautiful place. You can sit and have a coffee or a beer. So, but if you want to stay there, it is ultra expensive. But there are lots of locations in York. York's one of the biggest tourist places in the UK, so it's just packed with travel lodges, Premier Inns, local B&Bs, so there's plenty of places, yeah. So, and they're not that expensive. Some of those, I mean, your Premier Inns are your standard kind of, I don't know how much they are, top of my head, but like £99 a night for a family room. It's the usual thing. So, yeah, lots of places to stay. And like I say, it's located next to the train station, so if you fly in, great. It's not that far from, there's Leeds and Bradford Airport. But if you come on the train, then literally you'll step out of the train, you go through a door, and you're there. It's
wow.
Literally,
it's that close.
Yeah, it's that close. Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah, great location.
Sorry, Gaz, I did miss your question. Question for Carl. What did you do with the existing content on the Age website? Rewrite it or delete it? I
So
think it's not an age website. I think it's an age domain. Is that right?
yeah, it's an age domain. It was a website. It's been a website for 14 years, but it hasn't been used for about 2 years. And before it was used, it was a florist. So it was organically grown flowers and bouquets, and so it was in the same niche, florist, flowers, gardening. But there wasn't any content worth taking off and rewriting because it was all kind of, prices for flowers and, here's a bouquet for your wedding, things like that. So we haven't replicated the content. But I know what Gaz is on about. If you buy a website and all the content was proper blogs that you would like to replicate, you can go to things like Wayback Machine, copy and paste the old blog, put it back on your new blog and regenerate that content. But in this case, I just wanted the power of the domain. I didn't want the old content. I just wanted the power of the domain. So
that's fair enough. Carl asked a very general question about YouTube. Just curious, how much do you guys take for a sponsored video, like mentioning a tool service in a video, etc.? Range is fine. Now, Carl has been doing a number of sponsored videos, so I don't know if you want to answer this. Range is fine.
It varies from anything, doesn't it? I mean, I'm as open as I can be with mine. I've took sponsors for $50, and I have a sponsor which probably everybody can guess for. Yeah, it's definitely four figures.
Four figures. Yeah. I've not done any sponsored videos for a while. I don't know. I have done some for a few hundred. Nowadays, I don't tend to do them unless it's serious. But most of the time it's not. Most of the time it is a few hundred, and I would rather just check out whatever it is they're promoting, and if I like it, I'll do a video on it. If I don't, I won't. And if they've got an affiliate program, that's a bonus. I
only do if I'm using them. So if it's usually content providers, I'll promote because I use them every day. So I'll promote those. ODYS, obviously, I'm promoting because I am doing an age domain case study. And I haven't done any right at the back when I first started YouTube. I fell into the whole trap of, I'll give you $50, review this product, and you review it and it's terrible. And then you say it's terrible, and then they don't like you, and then they threaten you. So I don't do anything like that now. It's just if it's a tool I'm using, and there only tends to be in our industry, there's only probably maybe a dozen tools that we all use and know are good and they have an affiliate program, so we promote them.
If they're good, I'm just happy to promote it via the affiliate program rather than them pay me for a video. Because I say I don't want them to dictate what I should and shouldn't be saying in this video. I mean, I was talking to, I'll say it was WPMU, which is a fantastic suite of tools, by the way. And they were like, yeah, we want you to do some videos. And I was talking to them and they said, yeah. And they came back with a plan. They wanted like 5 videos. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to be able to stick to that because I just won't. I know I won't. So I'd rather just have the freedom to do what I want. And I get other random companies that have just like got stuff that's completely unrelated to what we do. And they'll be like, can you do a video on this? Why? No, of course not. But anyway, yeah, that's a good question. By the way, also on that, I spoke to Keywords Everywhere today. They were talking about doing some videos again. They don't have an affiliate program, which is annoying. I gave them your name, so I don't know. They might be in touch.
Yeah, you see, I mean, I use Keywords Everywhere all the time, so I'm happy to.
I'm happy to do videos on it, but again, I'd rather just do them.
I think it's the random ones that just contact you that you've never seen the tool. If we haven't seen the tool, usually it's either not worth using or it's very, very new and it's just come out. But if they say check this tool out and I've never heard of it, usually I hardly go past the email. I don't really usually read the email.
No, because you start to get I get a lot, so you probably get a few as well. It's annoying. Question from Keith. He's flying in from Dublin. What's the handiest airport and train bus combo to get me to York City Centre? Probably flying in on the Ryan Scare.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's actually Leeds and Bradford Airport would get you within, an hour's drive from here, and then there will be direct buses from Leeds and Bradford straight into York. But I think Leeds and Bradford Airport into Bradford Town Centre, train from Bradford to York. So yeah, it's not a long journey at all.
Just out of curiosity, where is Leeds and Bradford Airport? Is it nearer Leeds or nearer Bradford?
It's right on the border pretty much. So you go Bradford and then you go a mile into what they call Yeadon and Guiseley, and then it's kind of there. So Yeah, it's not Leeds City Centre or anything like that. So you don't want to be in the Leeds. If you're in the Leeds City Centre, you're into that's the train. You jump on the train, you'll be straight here. So if you're flying in, you're more Bradford area.
Right. Because they did that round here. I mean, any airport that's down this part that's, within an hour of London, they stick London in front of it. So Luton Airport is the nearest airport to me. So that's obviously London Luton Airport.
Yeah.
Stansted, which is actually near Cambridge, is London Stansted Airport. And then
Yeah.
you get these people flying in from abroad and they kind of land and they're in Luton and they're looking for Big Ben and the Houses of Parliament. And you're like, yeah, actually, London's like another 35, 40 minutes on the train.
It's pretty much Leeds and Bradford Airport. Yeah, you'll think if you're anywhere near Leeds, you're not. It's a long way into Leeds City Centre from Leeds and Bradford Airport. But that's where, when Ricky and Jim flew in, they flew into Leeds and Bradford Airport, then just got a hire car and then straight here.
Just drove it, yeah.
Yeah.
Then they got their car stuck in a car park, didn't they, or something?
That was so funny.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't funny at the time because, obviously, I was so pleased for these guys coming in. I was so, I wanted everything to go smoothly. And then we went out for a drink afterwards. And then I was in bed, got a phone call about midnight saying, how do you get out of a British car park? I was like, you drive out? And it was like, when the gates are locked. So I was like, were you locked inside? And they're like, no, we're outside. I was like, well, how can a car park have the gates locked? I said, which one are you in? And then they told me, and I spoke to my wife. She said, yeah, that closes at 8 p.m. And they were flying out that night, or very early, like 4 a.m., 5 a.m., they were flying out. They had all the passports, tickets, everything was in the car, and it was just locked in.
And
so
how did that story end?
They had to cancel the flight. They had to cancel the flight.
It didn't end well.
Yeah. And they had a really big, important business meeting. That's all they were bothered about. They were like, we have to get there for this meeting. And I think they had to rearrange the flights and they had to pay for it again. So another couple of tickets back to the US. Yeah, pretty expensive.
They can afford it. It's fine. MMK Ventures says he is very curious about the size of the event. I mean, the way you're hyping it up, it sounds like there's going to be tens of thousands of people. What kind of scale are we talking about?
So with the actual venue itself, if it was the full facility, can hold about 1,000 people. But we've maxed it out to 500 for not just the room, but like the foyer, the lobbies, the exhibition area. So
it's basically about 500 tickets.
I'm aiming for, I think 300 will be a really nice sized crowd so we can keep it personal, but it'll feel exciting. There'll be enough people there to feel exciting. So between 300 and 500. Yeah.
Actual fluency. I saw on the website there's a meetup on the day before the event. Are there any other meetups planned, like the day after, for example? There's going to be a lot of fringe meetups, as Carl's already said. A lot of people are going to be getting their communities together, like myself, Morton, Ricky, and the other speakers. And I think as we get nearer the time, just keep an eye on your social media on their website. And Carl's going to be obviously pushing out all of the info on those.
Yeah, the best thing to do is sign up to the newsletter, because the event manager is as soon as she gets anything confirmed, then it will go out in a newsletter. So if you go to affiliategathering.com and then just sign up to the newsletter, you'll get a notice.
Okay. A question here from Zolkanan. I think that's how you pronounce your name. I should know that now by now. You're a regular on the stream. If one niche or niche is not working, shall I change that or just try to focus on different keywords? How many articles should we have before we decide to move on to another niche? It's a good question. When do you throw in the towel on a niche?
I think the actual website itself, you don't necessarily have to throw in the towel on that. You can try other things. So you can branch out and try different topics. For instance, Hutch and Cage, my website's always been focused on pets that live in a hutch and a cage. And I've just this week, and I said, right, I'm not going to put any more content on there. I've just thought, would it rank for something still with animals, but out of that niche of pets? So I've just thrown on a few articles that are just random, like lions and tigers and things like that.
I was going to say, like wild animals.
Yeah. And the ranking instantly. So you might not have to give up on the actual website, on the domain itself. You may just be able to experiment and see if anything does stick. So try a couple of subtopics, try a couple of different categories, and you may find that it works. Then you can just focus on that side of it. If it's a gut feeling that it's just, you've wrote 100 articles and it's a year in and you're still only getting 5 or 10 visitors a day, then there is sometimes a point where you say, do you know what, I'm going to cut my losses and move on to
Yeah.
something else.
Or you just
I've
have to
done it.
park it. Don't completely abandon it. Just forget about it for a
Just
few
leave it.
months.
Yeah.
Let it
Yeah.
sit and mature,
Yeah.
and see what happens. But yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes it's all about the content, and you just maybe need to change direction on your content, diversify a little bit, because you'll know this, Carl. You can stick a lot of content up, and some of it's going to do really well, and a lot of it maybe isn't going to do so well, and it can take time to find that good content that's going to work.
Absolutely. I've had to give up a website. Like I said, when Income School came to my house, my number one website was kind of in the health and skincare, and they looked at it and they were like, you're doing great, but give it up. And I was just like, I was gutted, because that was like a year and a half of work onto that site, and I thought it was brilliant, but they were like, it's not going to go anywhere.
Yeah, it
and
was a harsh reality, but sometimes it's the next chapter, isn't it, on your project?
Yeah. I mean, it was always going to do something, but it wasn't going to give me a full-time income, or it would be very hard. There were easier niches to go down.
Yeah.
So
you've only got so much time and so much money. You really got to focus it on the easier wins, haven't you, than trying to flog a dead horse. I'm using a lot of metaphors tonight. Throwing in the towel on a dead horse. Gaz is confused about the old age domain thing. Won't the backlinks like point to articles that aren't there?
Well, there'll still be actual relevancy to them. So some will point to the homepage. Some of the posts will still be there. They'll be floating around the internet. They're not actually deleted. Sometimes they're not deleted off the domain. But yeah, I had the same question. I wasn't too sure. And I'm learning that myself. There is lots of different ways that you can use an age domain, and whether I'm using it right, I don't know. I just wanted the blank site, but I know what you mean. Does the power of the links, can you resurrect them? If it's old content, it's been deleted, how can you resurrect them? Yeah, I'm learning that,
well, I
guys.
think you can. I mean, the main thing you've got is obviously the 301 redirections. So, you've got an old link coming in. You said, yours about flowers, and there happens to be pointed to an article that was once on the site about tulips or something. And you're, a gardening website, you would create an article about how to grow the perfect tulip. And then you could 301 from the old URL that link is pointing to your new URL. And then in theory, that link juice that's coming across these wonderful links will then be passed onto the new article. Are you doing that kind of thing?
Yeah, because when you like say when you look at Wayback Machine, it gives you the actual. You can see the article, you see the content, you can actually see where the links were placed and everything. So, you can do that. I've not done it. Like I said, I'm not doing it on this. I'm literally just using the authority that's there with the homepage really, and seeing if it works. I'm not that good. I'm not that technical yet. So there are a few people who really really specialize in that. Shauna Newman is one of the best for using age domains and redirects. So I've been kind of throwing some emails back and forward. I've been watching a lot of her content, reading her, looking at her website, and there are some fascinating ways of doing it. So, but yeah, I'm just using the lazy way of just using the domain from the homepage.
Like this video, Tassos shouts, thank you. Carl, here's a good question from Carl Carlson. Fantastic name, Carl. Do you have any end goals with your websites? Like a number that you are aiming at, that you want to reach before selling? Maybe chill back a bit after that?
Personally, me, yeah, I do. I tend to like to get websites to $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, then sell them and flip them. Because
you saw some. I mean, you sent me a link to a site earlier that was going up for 700,000. That's just been added to Motion Invest, I believe. And obviously Morton, he's now selling his site. That's going into six figures in terms of sale. Have you not thought maybe I want to build one that big and then just get this massive life-changing amount, and then you can sit back for a bit?
Yeah, I mean I do want a site like that. I'm hoping this gardening one will do that. I wanted my mega site to do that, but it's not doing much. So I'm hoping, I do want to get one website where it is serious money, and I'd love to say I've done it. Okay, I've had a website that has 1 million traffic a month. It earns 10,000 in ad revenue. Yeah, I'd love that. But I do get tempted with. It's nice to get the cash lump sums because
still 70, 100 grand or whatever is still a very tempting amount of money.
There is a marketplace as well for websites that are around the let's say between 20,000 and 70,000, where they're quite easy to sell.
There's you can get a nice quick transaction.
Yeah, and once you get over the $100,000 mark, it becomes very difficult to sell them. And everybody's saying there's high multiples out there, and websites selling like crazy. There are high multiples out there, but they're not selling like crazy. It takes a long time to
Yeah.
get the sales for those sort
Yeah,
of.
as
It's not
Morton
it's
actually
not a quick
mentioned,
transaction.
well, we talked to Morton about this on Amelia's Halloween stream, which I say if you haven't seen, you better go and watch the replay on that. It's funny. I'm on it as well as Carl and Morton, and but yeah, he said he was amazed by the amount of paperwork and stuff that needs to be done to sell a site when it gets into six figures. It's seven figures, isn't it?
I
Oh
think
no,
it's 1.3 million.
which is a lot of figures, a lot of
It's a lot.
a lot of
It's a
legal
lot of
stuff.
figures. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, you're talking about companies that will be buying that, not individuals. So you know I now know the legalities with doing the affiliate gathering event, all the legal side that goes with working with big companies. So you tend to find it's things like investment companies and, you know, that buy these kind of websites for 1.3 million. So there's a lot of paperwork and legalities that go into it. I mean,
Yeah.
I've been blessed. The last couple of sites I've sold, I've literally reached out to my community and said, right, I've got a site, it's 30 grand, and somebody's gone, I'll buy it. So,
Yeah. And they just send you the money over and that's it, job done.
pretty much, yeah. So, getting a website above that, it slows. I think there's a period between when you get to, like, say, 70,000 and above, there's at least a year, maybe another 2 years where you've got to do a lot of providence. You've got to, have some regular incomes coming in. It's got to perform regular. And then there's all the worry of, okay, my site's worth 100 grand. If I don't sell it now and I wait for the $500,000 site, what if the traffic dips? And it's just that, so there,
it's a risk, isn't
there's
it?
a
It's
lot
like,
of
no,
money.
it's like any of these things. It's like your investments, if you do the stock market or crypto or anything, when it's at its height, you think, oh, well, it might go a bit more. It might go a bit more. Then you get the dip, and
Yeah.
timing
Yeah.
is everything, isn't it?
I mean, when Hutch and Cage was at its highest, I got offered 120,000 for it, and it was going like that. It was going through the roof, and I was like, "Are you crazy? This is going to be massive. This going to be amazing." Yeah, and then it dived and plateaued, and then it's gone steady. And I
It's
probably
similar
lost 100,
to
probably lost
Best
100
Roof
grand
Box.
on it.
Similar to Best Roof Box. When I sold that, it was going up for sure, and I thought,
Yeah.
what a mistake I made. But then now I see it. And by the way, I shared with you some analytics from the other day. There was a problem with the analytics tracking script, so maybe it's not as bad as originally I thought.
Thank
We'll have
goodness.
another update on Best Roof Box soon. For everyone, I know you're all interested. Let's go through a few more questions. I know there's about 10 minutes or so left before we do the giveaway. We're up to 59 likes. Come on, pull your finger out. Let's get a few more likes. Does your Google account get banned easily? I'm not quite sure which Google account you're talking about, Mohammed. I'm guessing AdSense. I've never been banned.
No.
Black Friday is coming. Are you guys doing anything special to boost your affiliate sales or results during this crazy time of year?
I will certainly be pumping out a lot of emails. I don't do too much with products. There's only one or two companies that I'm hoping, they don't always do a Black Friday sale, but it's usually around content. So I'm hoping they're going to do another Black Friday sale because it did really good for me last year. And now my email list is about 4 times as big. I'm hoping it's going to do very good.
Yeah, you're very good with your emails. Far better than me.
I do try.
I did read your email the other day that you sent out. It was very good. But in terms of like Amazon sites, me personally, I've never bothered with Black Friday on that. I just don't think it's really worth it. And I say, unless you've got an email list, what can you really do?
Maybe if you're an e-commerce site, if you're an e-com site, you may be able to do, something with that. But if you're just a general blog, there's nothing you can really do.
No. UK Beauty Room says, because I know she's got a very similar site. Why did you give up your skincare site? Just because Ricky told you to?
It was right at the point where Google brought out the, I hate, YMYL sites.
The Medic update, I believe.
Yeah, so it was right when they brought that out. So it was a case of, everything's really hard now suddenly to rank. And it was like, yeah, because anything to do with medical.
Because just to be clear, it wasn't just, like beauty tips or anything like that. It was related to skin conditions like eczema and psoriasis and things like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it was like that. And I wrote it because I thought I was kind of an expert because my whole family suffer with the condition and we have for many, many years and we have buckets and buckets of medication and stuff. So I thought that actually qualified me really to talk about the topic. Yeah. And I actually had some writers that was really good. In fact, there's one lady, I think she was from New Zealand, and she had like one of the worst kind of skin conditions I've kind of ever seen. And she battled through it, and she ended up winning like a beauty pageant, which was
Wow.
an amazing
Well,
story. And she was
definitely
covered.
qualified, you'd think.
Yeah, exactly. So we built a really good community, and do you know what? We were helping people, and I love it for that. And the website is still going, and it still does help people. So it was kind of like a bit of a support website, and I think that's what Income School was kind of saying, that it's going to be difficult to make money out of people you're trying to support, and I get that, because it wasn't done for that. In the first place, it wasn't done to make money. It was done to see if I could build a website, because I just got into it and I wondered how you did it, and so. Yeah.
Zenverse asks, what are your thoughts on the death of the third-party cookie in 2023 and how it affects us? I saw other YouTubers suggesting a decrease in website ad revenue.
I think there's already enough data that's gone around the companies, and I think they know what they're doing, and I think it'll just make companies really target the right audience even better. So I think you'll get higher ad revenues, because I think you'll get more targeted people, because they won't want to waste the money. So the ads that are shown and stuff will be really for
more
your
relevant,
audience.
better click-through rates, better earnings. It's interesting. I mean, I saw a story just the other day that the changes that Apple recently made to the iPhone has like knocked billions off Facebook's revenue and other ad companies. Well, oh well. Pause.
Well, the bigger companies, I think, the bigger companies might struggle, because obviously they're gonna have to spend more money to figure it out. But that's not our problem.
There will always be a solution. You've got to remember that there are some big players that their revenue is directly affected by this. Google and Facebook, for example, they rely on these things, so they're not going to kind of let their business dwindle. Don't worry, we'll be fine. There's always going to be a solution, and affiliate marketing and the rest of it is going to be here to stay, because it's such a valuable part of business.
Yeah.
Carl, what is the best advice that you would give to someone who is building, this is from Koo, by the way, who is building a site about product reviews mostly?
Just try and be unique. Just don't copy and paste and do top 10 lawnmowers, and you just really need to be unique. And I'm not going to go down the moral preaching of you got to go buy the products, you got to buy the 10. You don't, and it's not going to be feasible. But if you're going to do a top 10, maybe have one of the products where you either get your hands on it or go see it. Even be sneaky. I keep nipping to B&Q, and I'm taking these stuff out of the boxes, and I'm looking at it, and then when I get an idea if it looks flimsy or it looks good, then I put it back in the box.
So you've got to find a different angle. I mean, product reviews are hard, and I think probably end of the day, I think that's what a lot of people think about when they, someone says you need to do an Amazon affiliate site. They think, okay, I'll do product reviews. But there's so many different angles that you can come in terms of content, where there's opportunities to promote Amazon products or other products. If you want to do product reviews, my advice would be go for digital products, because they're easier to get hold of. They're easy to, that's what I do on this channel. Get hold of digital products, record your screen, you can do a great review. When you start doing pressure washers and stuff, it becomes difficult. You end up ruining your trainers, don't you, Carl? And it's just
don't say that.
Well, how is your review going? I mean, you've started now doing this. I mean, it's a great excuse to buy pressure washers, garden furniture, and all the rest of it. But have you seen any positive effects from doing these kind of reviews?
Well, the article for the pressure washer I think it is bottom of page 1. It was last time I checked. It might be top of page 2. And that's very competitive, to rank for Bosch pressure washer. So that is doing okay. The video's had about 600 or 700 views, I think, on it.
That's good.
But I think the link that it has from YouTube over to the blog has just generally done good for the actual website and the authority. The actual images that I took are doing good. The images are ranking in Google, so there's a lot of the images of me using the jet wash and stuff that are in there. So over time, they could possibly produce a lot of links. So
you think it's definitely worth it?
Thing is,
and you've got a lovely clean patio, haven't you? You've got a lovely clean patio.
At the end of the day, exactly. At the end of the day, I've got a lovely clean patio. It's probably the wrong time to get into the gardening niche, because I've got loads of products that I want to review, and it's just raining.
Yeah, it's not a great time for gardening. Moving to November in the UK, it's become very dark, very wet, and very cold.
I may review snow shovelers or something.
Yeah. Richard asks, Was the domain really worth $2,000? I'm guess is this the
Um,
one you bought for your son, or is this the one that you're using for your case
so
study?
the one I bought, which was given to me by Otis, I've been honest with that. I basically said, right, I'm going to do a review, a case study on an age domain. They were like, we'll choose one, and we're not going to point you in any direction. You just tell me the one you want, and we'll give you that as a promotion, and we'll,
Did you
you
not
know,
say I've got no idea what I'm doing? Okay, that one
exactly. I
looks
did.
nice.
I like, I like that one. I like that one. I like that one.
It's got a nice ring to
Um,
it. Yeah.
that one was $2,450 if I remember rightly, and then the one I bought last week was £1,850. So I think that's 2,002 or 300, something like that. Similar. His is more powerful than mine. Mine's got a DA of 30. His is 36, I believe,
Okay.
and it's got a lot more backlinks. So was it worth it? Oh, I don't know yet.
Yeah.
I'll
Time
tell
will
you.
tell. Time will tell.
Yeah. It's getting well. We got on page one in 24 hours. So indexed. I had an article index. I published about a dozen, and on the first day it indexed all 12 straight away, and one of them hit page one within 48 hours. I got an actual product sale within 48 hours, and somebody said it'll be one of your viewers. It was a pH soil tester. I mean, how many of my viewers need one of those? So, and I
Wow.
had an
Is my
article
soil
about
good? You know.
yeah, so exactly. So I had that, and so traffic is coming in as well. So at the minute, I'd say it was worth it, but
Yeah. Especially if you
it's
kind
only
of worked
worth
out
it
how
when
much
it's.
it would cost to build those links and all the rest of it. You probably, I
Oh,
think, your quid's in.
I think I did a
Uh,
video about it. And it's about $10,000 to get the backlinks that's on there.
Alone, yeah, alone. So there's
Yeah,
definitely value there. And then there's the age and all the rest of it, which is very hard to quantify.
it's
Um,
14 years old. Yeah,
yeah. Review site says, Carl, how do you monetize a professional niche, a professional niche like management or leadership, for example?
I think
Asking
that
for
would
a
be.
friend.
I think that yeah, I think that'd be services. I think you're offering a service or guidance or
Yeah,
again
there's
might be
plenty of ways.
courses one to one.
And you also share great information, great knowledge, and you can monetize via ads on your site. Zoic, for example. The other
Yeah.
thing, possibly, and I've just touched on this, is digital products. I've seen so many adverts on YouTube for things like Monday.com and stuff, which is tools, digital tools to help. I'm just taking your niche there of management and leadership to help management and leadership people do management and leadership stuff. So I'm sure there's opportunity there to review these products, try these products, make videos on these products, and again, because they're digital products, I'm sure the affiliate program is very nice. As Helen says, there is a giveaway when the likes hit 88. So come on, guys, more thumbs up, please. 2 streaming tickets for the event next year, and of course, I might throw in some merch or a mug or whatever you like. Amelia's doing the school run. Thanks for dropping by, Amelia. Joanne says, so much to learn. There is always so much to learn, but just remember, you don't have to learn it all in one day. I'm currently learning Spanish, and that's a lot to learn, I think, but it's getting there. It's getting there. Just got to keep chipping away at it, and eventually you'll be surprised what you've learned.
I see Morton's in the chat. He's one of the speakers at the event. That's good to
Morton.
see.
Hello,
Hey,
Morton. I didn't see you there. I'll come to you in a second. Gaz asks, well, in fact, Gaz, I was wondering how you're feeling after that smelly cider, but that's for another day. He's wondering how you felt when you upscaled and you started to, put quite a lot of money into these projects. How was that feeling? Was it fear? Was it excitement? What was going on?
Wasn't so much fear. I get excited about possibilities, and I get excited about if I can upscale, if I can add 1,000 articles on a website, it is going to do something. Now, obviously, you need the cash to do that, so it's a slow progress to get to that point. I started off like everybody here, writing my own content. I wrote articles every day religiously for about 2 years before I actually started making around $1,000, and I was still working then, and I didn't have $1,000 to put back into a site, so I maybe drip feed $500 or $600, and it's only as it grew and grew, the income grew, can you put more into it? So I think when you get to that point, you've already reassured yourself that it's working, and I always say this isn't a pipe dream, it is a process, and if you follow the process, it usually, fingers crossed, it usually works. So investing money in content, I never fear about. I hate paying $200 or $300 for a tool or a plugin or something like that. But if it's shelling out $300 for some content, I'll do it at the drop of a hat. No problem.
It feels like you could potentially do something, and you're making progress. You should never worry about that, and you should just trust your gut and your what you know, and you've seen other people do it, and the rest of it, and your own experiences. Have faith in yourself. Don't be scared. It should be excitement more than anything. Hassan asks, there should be, or it's even a statement, it's not a question, there should be a marketplace for small sites worth 250 to 2,000. I'm sure that Motion Invest was there for that kind of thing. Although I know they've got a few bigger sites now. There is, of course, Flipper as well, where you can find those kind of sites.
Yeah, Facebook groups as well. And Facebook groups, Discord groups are probably the best. If you've got a couple of $1,000s to spend, probably the Facebook groups and stuff like that. You just got to be very careful. Yeah. You just got to do your own due diligence. You just got to be very careful.
Actual Fluency says that, thank you very much, by the Actual Fluency. They've just bought an in-person ticket via my link. They booked the hotel. They're flying in from Portugal. Fantastic.
Please make sure, I keep saying this in videos, please make sure you use the opportunity of this event to, talk to people, reach out, come over, say hello. I think it's a great opportunity to really connect. And I've always been shy. I've been to loads of different conferences, and I'm always the one that just quietly goes in, listens, and then leaves.
Sipping tea in the corner.
Yeah, I do regret it. Honestly, step out of your comfort zone, come over, tap us on the shoulder, and chat to people, make connections.
Just talk to people. End of the day, networking is just all about being nice, asking questions, and listening. That's what I find is the best way to make connections. And if you do that, you'll be fine. And other than that, just be yourself.
I mean, it is, like I say, it is an affiliate gathering. It's a gathering of like-minded people and friends. That's what it is. It's not a deep, dark SEO, blowing your mind stuff. It's a gathering of like-minded people. Yeah.
I remember when I was starting out in business and as an apprentice, and I used to get sent out to networking meetings, I'd often go into these rooms and there'd be full of blokes in suits. There'd be solicitors and accountants and other people in that kind of industry, and they just would not make you feel welcoming at all. And I'd be the one standing in the corner just sipping my coffee, trying to think of someone that I could go talk to and whatever. So it's going to be nothing like that. Anyway, we're a little bit behind on the chat, and I'm aware of the time, and we are nearly up to 88, so I think we can probably do the giveaway in a few moments. So let me just quickly rattle through these comments that were probably from about 10 minutes ago. Simplified Gardening says, only people who do shady crap get banned from Google AdSense. So that's going back to the do you get banned? If you had 1 hour, would you write an article or make a video? One word answer, Carl. Video or article? You got an hour?
At the minute, article.
It often takes longer than an hour to do a video.
It takes me all day.
Yeah. Amazon Tech Buys says, is my name allowed as an Amazon affiliate? I would be very careful using trademarks in anything. I have been burnt with that before. I don't think you have, Carl, have you? But when I set up 101 best WordPress themes, I got a letter from the lawyers. Would you this is from Zolk again, would you like to build a team and offer services like niche hunt keywords, writing articles, and all other important services which relates to this field? Carl's already got a service on keywords. You should go check it out. It's called keywordcare.com.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I've unfortunately, if anybody listening in the group, I've been emailed and bombarded with people asking me if the service is going to be back on because I switched it off. It will be back on mid-November. I took a huge order from a YouTuber. And it was it's a massive order, biggest one I've ever had. So it is going to take me a while to do it. So I will switch it back on, but it'll be mid-November. But running any service is hard. You've got to have
you've got clients. You've got no thanks. Hello, Michelle. Good to see you. Good morning. How is Australia? Fine, I'm sure. As you're going into summer right now, aren't you? Lucky things. Carl said, I heard Carl talking about images taking up ad space. That's basically the opposite of how I think. In my head, images make the post longer. Longer posts equals more ad revenue. Who is right?
If you can get ads in your images, then great. But if you've not got that facility set up on your ad network provider, then your images are taking up ad space. So I break up all my paragraphs to get more ads in. If I do put images and make sure, like I say, the ads can be shown on images, and a lot of companies will do that now. Videos, put my own videos on so you can get ads playing in the beginning of your videos. But there's various methods you could do. I know John Dykeshire's a big fan of big long posts with no images, and then he can just fit the ads in all the way through it. So
It sounds like a lovely experience for your viewers and visitors, but never mind. Michelle says, big celebration. Yesterday I had my first 100,000 month. Thank you, Alex, and thank you. I'm not sure 100,000 watts. Is that dollars? Is that visitors? What is that?
I remember talking to Michelle right when I started a few years ago, and yeah, she was really motivated, and she's done fantastic.
That is fantastic. Congrats on landing the main sponsor for Affiliate Gathering. What's that? Passive Income Geek.
Yes, thank you, Martin. Yeah.
Sue, I'm afraid to put ads on my site because I think it'd be too cumbersome. I think there's a trade-off there. I mean,
yeah.
As Carl was just saying, some people like to put as many ads on as possible. If you use something like Ezoic or whatever, it's quite easy to get them on.
Yeah, and you can control which pages you show them on, so you can switch them off on the home page. If you've got any product reviews that you don't want them on, that's maybe your best-selling page, then obviously you don't have to have ads on that page, so you can control it.
Thanks for the tip, Nick, on the Spanish. I can't remember who I'm doing. I think it is Mike or something. Tom Clark Def Shred. That's a very interesting sounding channel. Are you seeing any affiliate sites that fluctuated badly with heavy drops of recent and now go through the roof? I'm not, but sites do go up and down all the time. That's the kind of thing that it's good to talk to other affiliates about, isn't it? You know, have you seen a drop? Have you seen a rise?
I've not seen any big drops recently. I've seen a few increases. There's a couple of sites, people that I know of that have seen massive increases in the last few weeks. But the drop-off seemed to happen when we did the last update, so about 2 or 3 months ago. That's when the drop-offs happened, but I haven't seen any bad drop-offs.
Mon Van Up says, do you ever stop doubting?
No, you always doubt. You always doubt yourself.
Always, it's human nature. I'm afraid you are going to obviously think. Yeah. Don't try not to overthink too much. It gets easier, I think. The more you do, the more that you prove to yourself that you can do it and that stuff works, the less doubt. But it's always going to be there for sure. Some days are probably worse than others. Morton's gone. He was in and out. That's fine. Good to see you, Morton. I think you've probably gone by the time I got to you. I'm going to have to kind of... I don't think I'm going to get to the end of the comments, but let's quickly just say this. Do you have a plugin, Carl? This is from Cobra Kai. Oh, I love Cobra Kai. There is some plugins that can do that for you in terms of adding a no-follow to external links.
Yeah, you told me what it was, Alex. I didn't know
remember what it's called. Just if you search for a WordPress plugin, no follow, you'll find it.
No follow plugin or something. Yeah,
it's fine. You guys make it look easy. Timmy's got his ticket. P.S. When do you guys sleep?
Not very often, me.
No, sleep.
I do try now to make sure weekends, Saturdays and Sundays are, pretty much switch off time. It's very difficult. It is very difficult to do that, but I do give it my best. So Saturdays and Sundays, for sure, and I do take time off through the week. I don't sit here now. I used to sit here from 6 a.m. till 10 at night, but I don't so much. I do work a lot of hours, but it's not all in one period. It's spread throughout the day. So. Yeah.
I like Cruise Ship says, do you put ads on each post as you create them or just let Ezoic do its thing?
It depends if it's a product focused website. So I usually just let it do its thing. I want the maximum revenue, so just let it do its thing. But if it's a product, I do have 1 or 2 posts on Hutch and Cage, which it's an external affiliate program. It's not Amazon, it's something else, and it's my number one kind of selling product. And I don't have ads on that one, because it brings in about $500 a month, that one page. So I don't put ads on that. I don't know what I don't risk it. I'm not going to risk it.
Okay. Deep Sleep Videos. I'm not quite sure I understand the question. Sorry. Getting drip fed a few software titles. Can you guys recommend a few to get started, please? In theory, you don't need any software to get started in affiliate marketing. Right. I'm going to move to the giveaway. So if you want to win a digital ticket to Affiliate Gathering, kindly provided by Carl, you need to say something in the chat right now. If I didn't get to your comment, I do apologise. Carl, I think we use spreadsheets to manage stuff. Anyway, let's get on the computer.
Yeah, I use spreadsheets, yeah.
Righty. Let's see if we can get Carl up here. Hey, there he is. Okay. Just say something in the chat and I'm going to fire up the wheel of names.
The chat is going crazy.
Yeah. Mark, you want a mug? You want a digital ticket? There'll be a free mug with every digital ticket, alright? You got 20 seconds. There may not be a stream on Thursday, by the way, this week. I do apologise. But maybe on Friday. We'll see how we go. UK Beauty Room says, I want a real ticket. Well, if you win, we'll talk and we'll see what we can maybe do. Okay, 24k Will. Didn't see you there. Good to see you. 10 seconds. I like the confident Zolk. Can I call you Zolk? It's easier for me. Phil, you're too kind. We ready? I'm ready. No Zen of Donut today. The incredible Zolk. I like it, Justin. Right, you ready? I'm ready. Let's go. First ticket coming up. Bradbury says if he wins, can he get a 5-star room? Oh, fantastic winner.
Wow.
Simplify Gardening. He might already have a ticket. Are you there?
He may do. So, checking the comments. Yeah, he's got a ticket. He says, put it back in, he'll have a mug.
All right. Drop me an email with your address and I'll sort you out. There'll be a mug winging its way to you. 1 minute my name is there and then it's gone. Will Collioni, no, that one doesn't count. Let's start again. You have to keep being like active in the chat for it to keep your name in there. It's not the best. Okay, so we'll do it again. That's the first ticket. Still not gone. Did I see another name pop in then? Ah, yeah. Ugh. It's hard to grab you all. There we go. Let's try that. There we go. Wow, there's a lot of people on this wheel. Anel! Drop me an email, eagle@wpeagle.com, and we'll sort you out a digital ticket.
Fantastic.
Let's go again. I didn't do a drum roll on that one. There we go. It's Koo. A very worthy winner.
Definitely. Well done, Koo.
I think I've doubled up everyone. I don't think I have doubled up everyone. I don't know why the wheel looks so small. I think I actually just managed to scoop everyone up this time.
You got 71 people in the chat, so good.
Yeah, that might be why. I mean, there's a few member 1 years in there. I'll do one more. This is for some WP Eagle merch. UK Beauty Room. She did want a ticket, didn't you? Drop me an email and we'll sort you out. I think you've won before, but you can win again.
Yeah,
good game, everyone.
Just tell her to get in touch with us. I'll sort it out.
We'll sort something out for you. Oh, I think Phil has just said that we can give away a popcorn license. So, let's go. This is for a popcorn license. Fantastic UK Beauty Room. I thought you had one before. Never mind. New member. Let's go again. This is for a fantastic license for Popcorn Theme version 1.1.1. It's Robin. Congratulations, Robin. Drop me a email, eagle@wpeagle.com, and I'll sort you out a license. MMK, your tip on Control A, it just doesn't work because it selects the whole web page. What a nightmare. But on that note, let me just do this, and then do this, and let's say goodbye to Carl. Thank you for joining me, Carl.
Welcome.
I think you're doing the rounds. You're going to be popping up on loads of people's channels over the next few weeks and months talking about affiliate gathering. But just end by telling us the dates and the details before you go.
So Friday, 20th of May, 2022, here in York. Just go to affiliategathering.com. Like I say, if you do purchase any tickets, you will be asked where you heard about it. So tick Alex, and it's much appreciated. Yeah, I'd like to say I think it's going to be something quite unique. I know we're in, testing times with the whole COVID and things, but, I thought we still needed to take the plunge and do something. I think we all deserve, something a little bit special next year, and I think it'll be a great event.
Indeed. Bring your face mask and your hand gel, you'll be fine.
Yeah, that's all you need. I think we're used to the face mask anyway, aren't we now? So
we are.
That's no big deal. Do
you still wear a face mask at the shop?
I do when I go out, because my wife's she has her own business. She has a child minding service, like a nursery. So we have to be very, very careful. I still have to when I go out. So.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Why not? Anyway, thank you, Carl, and I'll obviously speak to you soon. And thanks for joining me. And,
thank you very much.
It's been fun.
Appreciate it. Yeah, love talking to you. It's great.
See you
Bye,
soon.
everyone. Bye.
Bye. He's gone. Transition. I feel like I rudely kind of cut him off then. Oh well, he'll be fine. Did you enjoy that? Let me just get you in the right spot. Got to get a bit of lava lamp in there. Do you enjoy that? I enjoyed that. It's always good to talk to Carl. A real inspiration. Not too many years ago he was working for a supermarket. And now look what he's doing. MMK, you're too kind. Thank you so much for that $35 super chat. I appreciate it. That should cover all the merch and things I've got to send out for all those winners. Phil asks a very good question. Where is Stupid Robot? Where is he? He was on earlier, wasn't he? I don't know. I don't have much beard. I guess that might be why the beard's not as established as he would like. Yeah, Samantha, you didn't know that about Carl? I'm always talking about it. Carl used to work at a supermarket, and he came across one of my videos on YouTube. It was one of my old WooZone videos, and he watched that video and he started making the website, and that was it. That was the turning point. I don't think that website was a particular success, but it got him on a particular road, which is where he is now. So yeah, who knows where your next website will take you. But anyway, I don't think I'm going to be able to stream on Thursday. The reason is I'll come clean with you. I'm going out for lunch, probably have a few beers, but who knows? Maybe I could jump on stream after a few beers. I'm sure it'll be fine. I will, of course, let you know via the usual social medias, YouTube, maybe on an email. By the way, you're on my email list. You can join up over at wpeagle.com. I don't send out many emails, not like Carl. He's always sending out good emails full of information. My emails are purely just to let you know when I'm doing stuff. So you get on it. But anyway, thank you all for joining me. Well done, all the winners. Drop me an email, eagle@wpeagle, and I'll sort you out with your digital tickets. I'll hook you up with Carl, sort you out a mug, whatever you want. Just drop me an email, and yeah, we'll get it done. You wake up at 5 a.m. to get that stream. Samantha, that's some dedication for you. I appreciate it. Thank you again, MMK Ventures, for that super chat. I do appreciate all of the donations. I just appreciate you all being here, hanging out with me on a Tuesday. What's the day? Tuesday. So I'm going to have some shorts. I'll have the popcorn update video for you guys tomorrow, all being well. But yeah, good luck with your sites. Good luck with everything. Enjoy the rest of your day. If it's just the morning, like Michelle, you've got the whole day ahead of you. Enjoy it. For the rest of us, good night. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See you 24K, Will.